Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. So, real quick, you guys, I wanted to come and let you guys know that what's today's date? The second. For the next 3 weeks or so, I'm going to be working hella hours at my job. Yeah, yes, Nathaniel. Never fails. You want another taco? Or do you want some chocolate milk? Okay. Hey, go get me your cup from upstairs, please.
Do the default dance.
Go get me your cup upstairs. Okay? Okay. Thank you, baby.
Guess what the default dance is?
I have no idea. Show me.
Guess. You do
Show
it. Do it.
The Orange Julius. The Orange Justice.
No, the default.
Hey, Merc. Hey, Misty. Okay, go get me your cup, boy. Hey, Cindy. I wanted to give you guys like a quick update and a lowdown. What's up, Basket Case? I wanted to give you guys a heads up, kind of like let y'all know what's going on for the next 3 weeks because I do have a regular job. Hey, Krissy. And during during major holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, what other big one? What other big one is there? Halloween, but this is a really big holiday for the company that I work for. And so I'm going to be working like probably 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So 40 hours a week, which might not seem like a lot to a normal person that works a 40-hour-a-week job, but I usually only work 15 to 20 hours. I usually only work part-time.
You don't learn.
So, I just want you guys to know, like, if I'm not on my channel as much, it's not because I'm not wanting to be, or it's not because I'm not thinking about you guys. It's just because I'll be working. Now, I'm going to keep our Monday night live stream at 7 p.m. and our Friday night live stream at 7 p.m. So we'll have those no matter what. But I might not be able to do the middle of the week one every week from now on. Also, if you're in my Patreon, I'm making adjustments to my Patreon. What I mean by that is, when I first started my Patreon, you guys, I had this vision that I was this is me just being so transparent with you guys, okay? So when I first started my Patreon, I wanted to like really be able to almost be like a recovery coach for each person that joined my Patreon, no matter what tier they joined. And so as people began joining, I began getting their phone numbers and connecting with them, right? And so at the point I think the highest amount of patrons I've had is 13. So that's 13 people that I was talking to, trying to make sure that I speak with all of them, which sometimes would kind of be difficult because we're all on different schedules. We're all at different areas in our recovery. So sometimes you would have girls that I would like work with and they would call me every day. And then you would have other girls who were struggling and they wouldn't call me and I wouldn't hear from them for a while. And then I would go and reach out to them and then they would come back, and just a lot of back and forth on the phone. Not that it's anything against the people, because that's what I wanted to do. I want to help everyone. But what I'm realizing is that it's really it's something I can't really keep up with. Not because I don't have the time, because if you will reach out to me, if you call me or text me, I will answer the phone and I will text you back. So it's not because I don't have the time to answer the phone or text message with somebody. That's not what it's about. But it's like, it's hard for me to find people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody wants my support, I need them to stay and to call me and let me know how they're doing. And what will happen is I might have every intention of calling Jane Doe and checking on her. I could even have it set as an alarm on my phone. And I try to do that with a lot of you guys. There's some of you in this chat right now that will say, yeah, Nicole just texted me a day ago asking if I was okay. And that's what I try to do. But then I feel bad if I miss somebody. Do you know what I'm saying? So what's happening is I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm failing the people that I'm trying to help. And then what happens is when the people that I try to help are struggling in their recovery, I take that as like personally, like I'm not doing good enough on helping them. So I'm trying to just find like this happy medium where I can connect with people and I can help everyone and what will happen if my Patreon grows to 35 people? How will I be able to talk to every person on the cell phone? Do you know what I'm saying? Do y'all understand where I'm getting at? Now, my triple OGs, my two Cindys, Annie, Krissy, Sonia, Michelle F, Layla, Marissa, and then Melysa, Deidre. These are all my girls, okay? Like, you guys, I have you guys on my phone, right? Like, it has an asterisk by your number and a special little thing out there. So I'm never going to forget about the people who started out with me at the beginning. But what's happening is new people are filtering in, you know? And I want to be able to be of service to everyone. And a way I can do that on a grander scale is here through my videos, you know? Right. And so that's what's starting to happen is like I'm wanting to keep up with my content on my channel. And then what I need to do is I need to find like a groove on my Patreon. But here's the thing. I want my Patreon to be like more of my personal life. That's what I'm leaning towards, you guys. I'm leaning towards like, and y'all tell me what you think. Like, I'm leaning towards taking you guys, like, vlogging on my Patreon and maybe going out with my son because I can't bring him on my regular channel. So I can bring him on Patreon with me, you know. Anyway, I don't know why I'm crying. I think I'm fixing to start my period. But, I just don't want you guys to think I'm failing you. Because it means so much to me, those of you who have been supporting me on my Patreon. Like, it really, really does. If it wasn't for the people on my Patreon, when my insurance got cut off, I wouldn't have been able to get my medication. So I'm forever grateful for those people who have been helping me on my Patreon, you know. I'm just kind of like in this phase of my channel development and my recovery development. Another thing, let me tell you guys something. I don't know what has changed in the last couple days, but I am yawning so much, and it's the opiate yawns. It's the yawns that are like, I'm running out of Suboxone in my system or something. You know what I'm saying? I think that might be why I'm a little like erratic and emotional too. But it's just been recently since I picked up my prescription yesterday. I took 4 milligrams yesterday. I took 2 milligrams this morning, and then I took 2 milligrams this afternoon after 4. And I'm still yawning, like just like that weird, yes, Krissy, the 4 milligrams. It's like that weird, like, you know, like I can't ever get the yawn to stop feeling. Do you know, you guys know, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. But I want you guys to know, like, if you join my Patreon, I just don't want you to think, oh, what's going on in here? There's nothing going on in here. Like, there's tons of videos in there, and we have a chat group, and like I talk to everybody. Like, we're always talking to each other, but I just have got, I'm trying to figure out like where what direction I'm going. Do you know what I'm saying? And I always keep those girls in the loop because I just posted a video in there just saying, hey, I think I'm going to start changing the little things around. But it's like, how some YouTubers, and I don't even like to say it's like I'm a YouTuber or something, but I feel like, okay, I feel like what I want to do on this channel is I want to be a little bit more professional, not professional like as in editing or anything, but like I think there's some personal things that maybe I shouldn't share on my YouTube channel. And maybe what I could do is start sharing it in there. But anyways, we'll figure it out. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm changing some stuff around. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm going through a rebirth right now, y'all. Okay, just bear with me. I'm hitting this plateau in my recovery where I'm kind of starting to feel like I need to do something different. I need to change things up a little bit. I need to move some stuff around. And so that's what I'm working on doing. Okay. And Krissy, I love you, girl. I just don't want you guys to think that like I'm not like, I don't think you guys will ever understand how much, you guys mean to me and how much this whole, like, it's just, I can't even explain it to you in words because I never in a million years thought that I would ever have a channel with people that actually wanted to hear what I had to say. And I've been thinking about that a lot. And I just take what I want to take things more seriously, and I want you guys to know that whenever I'm putting content out, it's what I believe in, and earlier I put out that video and it's like, that's what I believe. I think it's so important for us to protect the still sick and suffering addicts out there because there are so many people who are looking to prey on people that they view as weaker, just like there are people out there, you guys, that they look at me and they consider me weak because I am vulnerable and I show my emotion and I cannot help it. But they're mistaken because it's not weakness. It's just me being able to be who I am, and this is who I am. So I'm going through a change right now. Like I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wish, you know what I need to do, Krissy? I need to have somebody, oh my God. Tomorrow night, I forgot all about this. I'm so glad I just thought about it. Tomorrow night, I have a lady coming on the channel, you guys, and she's going to read my tarot cards on a live stream. I almost forgot all about that. And so I'm excited because this is coming at exactly the right time. It's like something is happening, you guys. Something is shifting, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it any other way. It's like I feel it internally, but I can't quite put my finger on what it is. And if you've been with me for a long time on my channel, like Krissy has, you guys have seen these shifts happen to me. And a lot of times this is exactly what will happen. I'll come on here, I'll be crying, something will be going on. Either I'll be depressed, I'll be in a medication change, or some transition. And so we know that I just had a medication transition. I went down 2 milligrams, so that's a big change. But there's something else going on, like some kind of other change, and I don't know what it is. But if you've been with me for a long time, I go through these like transitions about, what would you say, every 5 months, maybe 3 to 5 month intervals. I'll be solid for like a good 3 to 5 months, and then something will start transitioning, and I start kind of like just not being as consistent. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I upload, I'm here. I'm never not going to show up. And if I'm not going to show up, I will come on and tell you, hey guys, this is what's going on. No, I'm not going to be here. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like right before I'm about to like see the light, I start going through this whole thing where I question everything. Like, am I doing this right? Am I really helping people? Do they think I failed them? You know what I'm saying? And so, and then I also think, am I reaching the people out there that are still in their addiction? You know what I mean? Because those are the people that we all need to be trying to help. It's hard because I think back to when I was in active addiction, and I wasn't on YouTube. I wasn't looking at videos. So I wonder like what people are looking for, but I know what they're looking for. They're searching for hope. And so that's what I'm trying to focus on, putting out content that inspires people to change and gives them hope. When you guys, Daniel's whole fucking story, it's just like, it gives me so much hope. He is such an inspiration to me. The fact that he got his girls back, like, and the way he is just such a humble person. He sent me some pictures of him when he got out of prison, and I think it was right before he got custody of his girls and everything. And a picture of him then, and then a picture of him now. I've got to show it to you guys because it's just like I can just see him back in the day, like when he was out there in them streets. You know what I'm saying? Like he had on these black sunglasses and that shaved head, and when a long button down the front shirt. I'll have to show it to you guys. He said I could. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just wanting you guys to know that some changes. I'm going through some changes. I know, Krissy. I know. And listen, when we're in our active addiction, it's like consistency. What? And so just like I was talking about earlier, and I saw your Patreon, I just got done commenting to it. It's like when you're in active addiction, you cannot make good decisions. You can't make any decisions. Just like you said, you react. And when you're in active addiction, it's just you reacting to different circumstances. You're not like doing anything that you planned. It's all a reaction. It's difficult. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know if I seem a little bit just off or whatever, or emotional, or if you don't see me like every single day, like I've been going, like I've been going hard, don't worry. It's just because I'm working a lot of extra hours at my 9 to 5 because it's Christmas time and I want my son to have the most amazing Christmas ever. And I want to be able to give back to all the people that have given to me. And there's so many of you that I want to get stuff for. So I have to work a bunch of hours to make sure that I can make that happen. And this is how, this is how I am. Like, I know that I can make it happen. I know that I can make that money, and then I'll be able to at least send out these little tokens of my appreciation to the people that I care about and love. And then I don't even want to tell you guys about my parents. My mom and dad are so amazing. Nicole, you help more people than you realize. You have a small network of helping people, and it's only growing. So I know it's like, I don't understand it though, you guys. It's like I'll be so balanced for like a good 3 or 4 months, and then it's like something just knocks me off my balance. It happens I'm telling you guys, this is a damn, like, it happens 4 times a year. Like if you go back to this time last year, when I first started my channel, if you go to it was in January. Remember, Krissy? In January, what did I do? I decided to jump off Lexapro out of nowhere, and I almost killed myself in January. And then February, March, and I think April, I had a breakthrough. And then May, June, July, August, I had a breakthrough. It's like, it's a cycle. Yes, it is. And if you watch my channel, like, you'll see it. But every time I go through like one of these, it's almost like a metamorphosis, like a butterfly going through its cocoon and then, if you watch it, you'll see how, Like, I cope with the situation, though. You know, like, it's very overwhelming to be, like, I don't, it's like all of a sudden, all these questions started hitting me all at once. And I started questioning everything that I do and thinking about, and it's always like, am I doing enough? Am I actually making a difference? Why am I'm so critical of myself all the time. But yeah, if I'm not here as much, it's not because, hey, Summer, I'm so glad you made it. Hey, girl, I wanted to tell you, Summer, I didn't get your text, so I sent you, I messaged you back, commented back to you, and told you the number 501-991-5149. And if you can't get me on that number, which, I mean, I haven't had any problems receiving or sending texts from the number, but it is just one of those like text now numbers. If you can't get to me on that, you can always message me on Real Talk Recovery, the Instagram. But, hey, Captain. Oh, I'm just talking about how I'm going through you guys, I'm hit a brick wall lately here, and I'm trying to start incorporating some changes in my life. And so I'm just kind of coming on and letting you guys know that if you don't see me every single day this week, do not be alarmed. Okay? Hey, Noah, what's up, girl? Because I am a little bit excessive. If y'all haven't noticed, I'm an extremist. And so who me? When it comes to like YouTube and like live streaming, as you can see, like I love to do it because I guess I'm not like a regular person who has a YouTube channel. I really hate just recording a video and putting a video up. Okay. I like interacting. Like, I like reading your comments. I like talking to you guys. I like having you guys on the channel and having conversations. Like, that's what I really enjoy about social media, is the engagement part. And so just pre-recording videos and putting them up, I don't feel like I can connect with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And so when I can come on here and do live streams, that's what it is, basket case. It is. It's just like a transitional time for me right now, and I can really feel it. But that's what I love doing. I like being able to talk with you guys, you know? I just like being able to chat, and that's what gets me excited about having a channel, right? Like, if I couldn't live stream, oh gosh, I wouldn't be able to, I would feel almost like naked. Like, I wouldn't feel complete, because I feel like because I can stream, you guys can see me and hear me and talk to me every day and know what I'm like every single day. And so that's why, like Krissy, Gold Dust Woman, she knows my cycle because she's been here with me for so long. She sees me cycle every 3 months or so and go through a change. And I do think it's part of growing in recovery, you guys. I think when you're working a program of recovery, and what I mean by that is seeking your higher power, okay? Seeking recovery, meditating, helping others, learning about the disease of addiction, okay? That's what I mean when I say a recovery program. I think when you're actively working a recovery program and you're doing those things, which is helping you stay sober, right? And then in turn, you're able to give back and help others. I think as you're working that program, things start shifting and your priorities change. Just like when I first started, hey, whatever it is, rock and roll, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Amen to rock and roll. Rock and roll. I love you, rock and roll. Whatever works, you know what I mean? When I first started out, I remember my priorities and the focus of my channel was a little different. And then as I worked with my sponsor and worked going to meetings and worked connecting to my higher power and worked doing my meditation, then I started kind of going in this transition, you know? And then as I learned a little bit more, and I learned about myself, and I learned about other addicts, and I learned about how they responded to me and how I responded to them and how we interact together, right? Then I transitioned into another area. And so overall, what I've learned is I've learned that I am constantly growing and I'm always changing. At first that really made me feel uncomfortable because I think of that like constant change and that cycle of evolving, as like not being stable. You know what I mean? Like that's what I kind of thought it was. But now what I'm realizing is that I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I'm going to be learning. For the rest of my life, I'm going to have these instances where I think, am I doing this? Is this the right thing for me? Am I doing, and that's healthy for me to question and ask myself. Because what can happen is for me, I get stagnant. Okay, I'll get into a really comfortable rhythm and I'll be in that rhythm for a long time. Kind of like whenever you drive over the same road, the same dirt road, day in and day out. And in that dirt road, you wear those potholes in the dirt road from just, driving over that same bump. And it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you sink into that pothole. Like, I don't want to get stuck in a rut almost. You know what I mean? And so, but that's what happens for me. And then as I try to like get out of the rut, then I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Like it's always me questioning myself, questioning. I mean, it can be over. It's exhausting, And then having thoughts of getting high come into my mind, like lately here because it's the holidays. I don't know what it is about these damn holidays, but I always think about alcohol during the holidays. And you guys, yeah, I was an alcoholic, but like drugs were my main. But it's like during the holidays, I don't know what it is about some eggnog. Why do I want to drink eggnog so bad? Captain, I was just going to tell you, I was just telling everybody, like, I cannot stop yawning. I cannot stop yawning. And today it's been so bad. Like, I cannot stop yawning from my taper. But no, I'm sleeping fine. But I'm yawning a lot. So I think what's happening is my body is like getting comfortable at those milligrams. And girl, and I'm not talking about the kind of eggnog that doesn't have liquor in it. I'm talking about that eggnog with liquor in it. I want to sit with my eggnog with the fireplace going, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about this time of year. I want to get drunk as fuck. You don't have it. Oh yeah. And that could be another reason why I'm having these like just feelings, you know what I mean? Hey Marcus, what's up? We're just chit-chatting about my crazy ass. So, anyway, I hope you guys are having a great night. I hope y'all all sleep good. Tomorrow's Monday. Nate has to go back to school, which is good for me because it has been hard this last week because I can't keep him entertained 24/7. And if you guys don't have an only child, you'll never understand. It's difficult when your child doesn't have siblings because then you're their sibling. Okay? Listen, I love the taste of eggnog, and I do get the non-alcoholic kind, Summer, and I love it. I love it. But it's always just that and don't get me wrong, you guys, like I'm not gonna drink, I promise. But it's always just like that little thought, in the back of my mind. And I'm like, ugh. And then listen to this, one more thing. I was watching, what do you guys think about kombucha? Yes. Okay, Summer. Then you totally know what I'm talking about. Nathaniel is 5 and girl. I can't tell y'all how many times he tried to get me to play the damn video game with him today. Of course I sat down and played it with him, but it's like I've got to do laundry. I vacuumed, I did laundry, I Windexed all the windows today. I swept the kitchen, I swept the bathrooms upstairs. And then I folded all the laundry because I had to get it all ready because we have school this week. So I have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn, take Nate to school, and then I have to go into work. Which I don't mind because then I get my work day started early and I get it ended early because I can choose what time I go in. But you know, I am lucky because I'm able to at least be there with him, and at least, you know, he might drive me insane, but I played video games with him today. I took breaks in between my cleaning chores and I played video games with him. So, you know, that's always a good reminder because I'm lucky. Marcus, I am a merchandiser. I do retail merchandising. I go into larger chain stores and I set like displays and I honey, I design everything. Like I have to go in there and make this stuff look nice. Listen to me. Let me just tell you about being at a store the day after Thanksgiving. Okay. I thought they were going to kill me. Oh, I do have I love my job. I love my job. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I love my job. I love my job. I'll never quit. Like, I'll always work there, even if, let's say I hit the lottery or something. Like, I would still keep my job. Let's say my channel, like, blew up and we had 1 million Real Talk Recovery family here. I'd still keep my job. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it gives me something to do, and I enjoy doing it, you know? So, anyway, I don't make a lot of money, though. That's the only downside. I wish I could make, right, like, well, Marcus, I'm glad you came in just now because I was crying earlier. But, you know, even though I was crying, it's not anything bad. It's just that, for real, you guys, it is basket case because I know that I always have a paycheck. I don't have to depend on anybody, although, like, me and my husband are a team. But there was a time where I didn't have a job, and, like, I would live with a guy, and I would have to do everything through him. You know, so I enjoy being employed. And I'm very fortunate because I do have a felony on my record. And, you know, a lot of places won't hire felons here where I live. It's very Bible Belt, you know. And so I'm super lucky that my company is so amazing. Oh, which one? This one is Labradorite, I think. I got this at... Do you guys know Eureka Springs? It's in Arkansas, and it's such an amazing little town, and they have all kinds of silver jewelers there, and a lady made this. She was 20 years sober off heroin, and when I went in, I told her I needed something to help with my mood and to protect me in my recovery, right? And I told her I was sober for 4 years, and that's when she shared with me that she was a recovering heroin addict, sober 20 years. Cool, huh? And then this one is my wedding ring and my engagement ring that my husband got me. And what makes this one so cool is it is a bell shape. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's supposed to, when I work, it's more flat like that. So, and then this is my band. And if you guys didn't know this, my husband used to work for a really nice jewelry store. So we got this set at cost. So don't get it twisted because I couldn't have gotten it any other way. You know what I mean? Do you really, Merc? Let me show y'all something. Let me see if I can find it. I checked, well, you guys gotta go outside? Hold on, let me let the dogs out. You go potty? Come on, Jenna. You go potty? Okay. Shoot. I was trying to think if I had I did have my, it showed my record because I applied for this job. Actually, the manager asked me to apply for it because he was going to hire me at this job. And so I went ahead and did it, and I told him about my felony. And he was like, hopefully it won't show up because I can't hire you if you have a felony. It was actually working like at a pharmacy in Walgreens. And so I was going to be working as a regular like store lead in the Walgreens, but as a store lead, I would also have to work in the pharmacy at times, right? And so I told him about my felony and that it was a drug felony. And he was like, well, we'll try anyway, you know? And so we tried and it came back and it was like, it shows what that one felony, which is from, really, Marcus, that's cool. I have well, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I have a controlled substance, Class C felony, possession of a controlled substance. And so when I put in for that position, even though it wasn't going to be like full time in the pharmacy, it was for a position in the Walgreens, but with that position I would also have to work in the pharmacy. They couldn't hire me because of that felony is drug related. And so I have to get it expunged off of my record, you guys. Like, and I told you guys, like, we're gonna do that together. I just have to go down to the courthouse, and when I do, I will take you guys with me and we'll do it together. But I think here in Arkansas, it's my only felony. I think because it's my only felony, I can get it sealed. Now, if I had multiple felonies, I wouldn't be able to do that. Krissy, you know what? I thought about that, but I was like, I actually used to work, you know, in a Kroger, and I worked, you know, I had to bring down these big boxes and stuff down there when I was helping them move stuff. And that was when I was in active addiction. Like, I don't know. I never stole pills from the pharmacy or anything like that. And I don't think I would now either, because, you know, it would mean so much to me to have a job like that, you know? But it really is discouraging because I've been sober for almost 5 years, and that felony is over 10 years old. And so it's just holding me back from being, you know, as successful as I know I can be, you know? It really is discouraging, but I'm going to get it fixed because I can't complain about it. It's what I did. I take full responsibility for it, but I'm going to tell y'all what, I'm going to make a change, and I'm going to get that shit off my record, and then the sky's the limit. Y'all hear me? The sky's the limit. And somebody was also commenting to me. They were like, why don't you go back to college to become a counselor? And I'm going to tell you guys what about doing that. I love recovery, and I don't know about making it my job because I know how stressed out I get just doing what I do on my YouTube channel, and not stressed out, but like overwhelmed sometimes. And I'm going to tell you guys, I have 2 really good friends. One who maybe one day I'll be able to have her on my channel, but she was working in treatment, and she told me, she said, you know, what happened was I started treating my job like it was my recovery. I started, like, she stopped going to meetings and started counting, you know, being at work, which was at a rehab, as like her fellowship with other addicts and alcoholics, when really that was her job. And so she ended up getting burnt out, and she ended up relapsing. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen to me, but I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to have that kind of responsibility yet. I react with my emotion a lot. And if I had to be put in charge of like people that were coming into treatment, I mean, of course I could help them with my experience, but it just makes me worry, you know. But we'll see. One day, once I get all these legal things, like my felony taken off, maybe I will look into going back to college to become a counselor. I mean, I could even go and get my peer support specialist. So there's lots of stuff I can do. You know what I would like to do in a treatment center? Let me tell y'all. So whenever I was in rehab, we had this lady, I guess you would call her like, she kind of like was just there to kind of watch over us in the evening time when all the staff, like, we could talk to her about anything. She was so cool. She would come into the bedroom at night to check on us, and she would sit at the end of my bed, and I could cry, and I cried to her about missing my son and about not being able to sleep. because I couldn't stop seeing his face every time I would close my eyes. And I would like to be able to do that to where I could just go and be, and the girls know that I'm in recovery, or the guys know, and I could just be there for them and support them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want the responsibility of being like a counselor, but I would love to be like a mentor, or, like we called it a toss, which is, I don't know what they call. I don't know what it stood for, but basically what it was a babysitter, somebody that watched and made sure everybody was acting right when the staff wasn't there. Like, they would take us in the bus, they would, you know, take us to meetings, they would stay there with us overnight. Like, they were there all the time, and they these were like women who were like, I looked up to them. They were like mentors to me. They were also in recovery, and some of them had just been sober for like 2 or 3 years, and they had graduated from the program also. And so they started out as just volunteering, right? Yes, girl, reacting with emotions. I'm the same way. Girl, Summer, it's like, and so I do the same thing here on my channel. Like, I show so much of how I'm feeling all the time. It's like it's almost impossible for me not to, and I catch myself comparing myself to other people who have recovery channels, and I think, oh my gosh, maybe I should clean my channel up and be more professional. Like, I just caught myself saying that, like, what, 10 minutes ago? And I'm like, Nicole, no, this is why people come to your channel, because you're just who you are, and that's what they're here for. But it's so hard because I think, I don't know. I compare myself to other people, and I think, should I change my stuff up and be more like, hello, welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction, and I share my life with you. But anyway, I guess I'll let you guys go to sleep. It's hard. I'm telling you, Krissy, it's a back and forth battle for me. You know what I'm saying, guys? And it's like, I'll be doing good, just like I was saying before. I'll be doing so good on not comparing myself, not beating myself down, not, doing all these things, and then I'll find myself doing it. And I'm aware of it, you know what I mean? I know it's not good. I know it's not healthy. I know that I need to just do what's best for me and focus on what works in my recovery. And I'm really good at like sharing that with you guys. I'm really good with basket case. It's like it's every day is something different for me. And I guess it's just because for so long I have been, Krissy. I have been. I guess it's just been so long since I honestly felt feelings without being fucked up all the time. That, like, sometimes I just get so overwhelmed with all the feelings that I feel. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to explain it to you any other way than that. And I'm learning how to cope with that, but it's hard because I compare how I cope with things to how other people cope with things. You guys, it's so difficult. Like, when I first started my channel, like, I didn't take it as seriously as I do now. Like, I was like, this is my diary. I'm just gonna tell my life on the internet, But now it's like, it's gotten to be like really serious for me, and I'm like, wow, this is really turning into a large community of people, and this is so much more than I ever thought it could be. And so the more serious I start taking it, the more I think, am I doing what's right? Hey, Lambert, what's up? Thanks, babe. Am I doing the right thing for me? Am I doing enough? And I, you know what? I also hear my dad does the same thing. He goes, am I doing enough for these girls? Am I taking good enough care of them? And so it's just like I guess we all struggle with it. I just vocalize it here on my channel. You know what I mean? I just tell you guys about it, how I'm feeling all the time. And so I feel like what happens is it kind of magnifies that in me because I see it played back on a video, I try not to watch my videos because sometimes I think if I did, I'd delete all of them. Do you know what I mean? And so I just don't watch them back anymore because I'm like, I already know I probably said stuff I shouldn't have said. And so it's just going to be out there forever. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for listening to me be a little emotional tonight and not feel confident. Like I said, I go through these stages where I'll be super on. I know. I'm so glad you came in and said hi. I've missed you too. I've been doing my thing. I'm keeping at it. I'm working. I'm doing me. You know what I mean? Trying to help other people find recovery and not be ashamed or let others judge them. That's really important to me, you guys. Is like you all doing what works for you, and that that I support you, and I want you guys to find what works for you in your recovery. Yep, I'm down to 4 milligrams. I'm down to 4 milligrams and I cannot stop yawning. It's crazy. I'm like, it's just it's like a yawn in the back of my throat. Like, I can't even explain it to you, but it's the opiate yawns. But, okay, guys, enough is enough. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my recovery. And I just wanted to let you all know, if you don't see me every single day for the next week or so, it's not because I'm not wanting to be here with you guys. It's just because I'm working a lot of hours at my regular job. But I will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then on Wednesday, I do have a guest coming on. His name is James. And he has a channel called Sober James. Is that what it's called? Uh, Sober James, I think. But his channel is all about Alcoholics Anonymous, you guys. And he is hardcore. Like, you guys thought I believed in AA? You got to check out this guy's channel. I'll link it down in the comment section after I upload this video. But I'm going to have him on Wednesday, and he's going to share his story with you guys, okay? Okay. Good night. Thank you for listening to me, you guys. I love y'all.